This is for our JTC 300 technical report. My name is Hannah Pratt, and this is an introductory guide to prepare for college. Starting off, college is very difficult for high school students preparing. It is a larger environment, there's more people, and there's even higher expectations in high school. Some of our main points here that we need to focus on when preparing for college are our writing abilities, communication abilities, and our professional mannerisms. Starting off with our writing abilities. Some main things that go on for the writing abilities when you get in college is our higher standards. All teachers are very well versed on their writing, and it becomes very difficult for high school students to prepare for the expectations that come with getting into college. Also, professors expect students to have a knowledge of good writing, good grammar, good spelling, good punctuation, and all the expectations of just standard writing. Paragraph formation, structure, flow, etc. As well, most colleges do require composition classes for students at the introductory level to take to even graduate. Must obtain a C or above for the class to count towards their graduation. Also, they have further writing for students that get into upper divisions who want to better their writing. There's writing centers at the school. The best things for students to do while in high school is use your writing centers that you have at your high school. You can confront your English teachers and ask them for help. What is the best way for them to better their writing skills? Also, if students want the best technique, practice, practice, practice. In high school, it is the best time to learn and practice. And if you practice, the more you practice, the better you can become for college, and you'll have better preparation for it. Which leads into communication. Now, communication can be in the form of writing as well as conversing. Professors expect students in class in universities to participate. Most of them have participation points in place to represent their participation and their knowledge of what is going on in that class. As well as I talked about the composition classes, there are a couple of classes that are required for communication to graduate. Public speaking, and there's one other one that's a very basic level one that's a background of what communication is and the different styles that can be presented as far as speaking in public, writing, writing a review, writing an email, writing a letter, excuse me. Also, some oral presentations are required in classes, not only communication classes. There are other classes that do require oral presentations. Students must feel comfortable with presenting in front of people to be able to do well in this. The best thing to do, again, like I mentioned before in writing, is practice, practice, practice. Write out your speeches, have an outline, prepare in advance for any presentations. The more you prepare, the better you will be. As well, you will have more confidence in yourself to present fluently and comfortably in front of people. If you aren't comfortable, the communication can be misconstrued and misunderstood and become very complicated to understand. There are classes, if you decide you want to become a communications major, you will take a lot of communications class, and this will require virtual communication, this will require public speaking, this will require public argumentation. These classes are available for electives as well when you get into the upper division level. But for students who are coming from high school and into college, the best thing to do is prepare. Set an outline, have notes, have bullet points for your presentations. While you are in high school, have this ready to go. Prepare yourself that teachers will expect you in the university to be prepared yourself. They do not want to have to tell you to be prepared. Always staying on top of your speeches and your writing will help you become a better communicator, a better writer. Now, with being prepared, this leads into professionalism and professional mannerisms. In the university level especially, teachers, professors, other students expect you to be very professional. Colleges are preparing you for the real world and for a real job. If you act unprofessional, people will look down upon you and won't think as highly of you. It starts, with the university at academic integrity. All students will receive a conduct code every year from the university, whether it's by hand in a booklet or it's through an email or through RAMS, any kind of portal that the school's database runs. They will be expected to understand and to have read that conduct code. All teachers are also required to include an academic integrity piece into their syllabus, and it explains very small expectations as far as academic integrity, including plagiarism. This is a big stressor in college. Do not plagiarize. In high school, all teachers stress plagiarism just as frequently, but it is very important that you remember to not plagiarize, and then in college it's an even higher expectation. There are larger consequences when you get to college and can include some pretty hefty charges. So, when you're preparing to come to college, a big rule when it comes to professional writing and professional communication is do not plagiarize. Cite everything that you pull, no matter what. Next is when you're when you're communicating with your professors and even other students. Act professional. This is the time to prepare for a real job. Acting professional now will help you in better practice for the real business world. That's what college is for, is to prepare you for the real business world in communication, in writing, in acting professional. Now, when you're acting professional, this means that you address your professors with respect as well as other students. You do not talk in slang. You do not talk in, any words that may seem offensive. Offensive language will get you into a lot of trouble, and it's not worth doing. Lastly, the oral presentations that I talked about a little earlier with writing and communication as well. The presentation of self. You want to let people know how professional you are and that you know what you're talking about. This is perfect for you to give oral presentations. You want to look professional. You want to look like you fit the part that you are speaking. If you are giving a report on a business, the best thing to do is look professional. Look the part that you are reporting. My advice as far as preparing for this from high school to college is practice, practice, practice. Again, I will stress that practice makes perfect. The more you are prepared, the more you have practiced, the better you will be in the long run. There's an example that I've put right here that is from an actual syllabus from Management 305 at CSU that explains academic integrity, including plagiarism and anything else. It's a very short description, but it tells you what exactly you need. And to wrap it all up, we will just briefly talk about this again. Our three main points were writing abilities, communication, and professionalism. Go Rams, by the way. You want to see that all three of these points, writing, communication, and professionalism, do tie together. They all incorporate into each other in some fashion or form, and it's very important that you remember this. That will help you if you can remember that these three things tie in together And with practice, you will get better at all three of writing, communicating, and acting professional. And some tips for you, if you get into the college, you've prepared, and you're still having trouble, here's some good advice. Go to the writing centers, use your advisors, use your professors, talk with them, get their advice. Ask them, in an email or in, a conversation over the phone, what are you expecting from me? Can I get your help? And another piece of advice, before you get to college, talk with other college students that you know. Ask them what they did. Ask them what they expected. What should you expect? This will give you a hands-on experience as far as what you will be expecting. And last but not least, have fun.